Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got to apologise, I'm sorry for the lack of content. I'll be honest with you, over Christmas and New Year I've just had a bit of time off the cars. I had a bit of a downer when it came to try to get the white RX7 started. Basically, it started for about 2 minutes and then cut out. And it would only ever start if you squirt oil in it to try and increase the compression. Well, it turns out the plates I bought were out of spec, so it caused it to be low compression. So yeah, it put me on a mega downer. That and there's other stuff as well. I'm doing the DCT gearbox just now, trying to get parts ready. One of the parts you need is a shifter and a drive logic button. I bought that from a guy at Breakers down in England. I ran it about 5 weeks ago and he's just fucking bumped me off, so it's 140 quid. I transferred the money to him, you know, via gift. Just, you know, you guys know me, I'm just a kind person like that. I didn't want him to have hassle with like PayPal and stuff like that. I just thought send him the money as a gift and not have to worry about it. Well, as you know, he bumped me, so yeah, repercussions will come of that. Yeah, stuff like that's been pissing me off and I can't be arsed. So today I've decided to pick the camera up. So today's video is going to be how I pour irons. If you can remember, the last engine I had was a half bridge port, which is basically a large street port here and you got an extra bridge on the top here. Obviously you've got your rotor. In fact, I'll show you. Look at this. It's for the RX7. This is going to be the how to change gear. But yeah, like I said, the videos will come. I've got this little setup here. So, 2 seconds. Basically, this was an old rotor that I'd fucked off another engine a while back, and I cut a slit in it. I cut a slit in it so I can see exactly where all the seals sit. And that basically gives me an idea of sort of port timing and maximum port timing I can run. And it works an absolute treat. So basically, what happens, if you can imagine your exhaust is here, you spin this gadget around here, exhaust is open and so is the bridge, and that bridge being open is what gives you the brap, you know, that typical brap idle, which gives pretty shit down low but a lot of power up top. It just helps the flow, and as your rotor rotates, your normal port opens, comes round, starts compressing it, and at the top here 2 spark plugs go bang, comes round here at the bottom and pushes back out the exhaust port. These housings have been resurfaced and reground again, just to get them nice and fresh. And yeah, I basically managed to get another set of plates off my friend Phil. Big props to you, brother. I don't think you actually watch any of my videos, but much appreciated, Phil, for giving me these for I think it was £300, which nowadays rotary terms, that doesn't happen, like you get bumped left, right and centre. Because they're so rare, because there's just not many of them left, you get absolutely ripped the arse out of, and folk charge too much money for them. But you know, folk will pay what they're worth to folk. So anyway, again, many of yous are all messaging me on Instagram and on Facebook and stuff like that, and you know, I'm sick to death of that white car. I built it to be my absolute dream FD, and yeah, the engine, and it's just, I've built it 3 times and 3 times with the same plates, and yeah, the plates have been out of spec. It's had too much step wear, which is lifting the corner seal, and the compression's just blowing past. So yeah, I'm basically going to assemble this engine and put all the good bits in it, you know, good seals, new side seals, apex seals, full works. I've got an OEM oil control rings as well to stick in it, and control ring O-rings, and just the full works. Just going to be a brand new shiny engine basically. Stick it all together, and yeah, just going to sell the car. I've got too many other projects on the go just now, so that one will have to go. I've still got the other RX7. I prefer it because it's piston. That's going to piss a lot of folk off. Yeah, so this will get sold. Look at the state of this. Look how dirty it is. So basically you can see here at the door, I give that a bit of a clean, so she is still clean. And I gave this a clean the other day there as well, the other MR2. which is now MOT'd, insured and taxed, so that's a bit of a bonus, because I've been driving that thing around with the missus today. It's been a nice wee drive. Another thing we've got going on in the channel is this little engine. See a wee turbo there, 3 cylinders. That's for the Myra, so that'll be an engine conversion. All this absolute mess is actually from the white RX7, just parts. And here is the DTC gearbox. Again, waiting for bits, and I'm just sick of getting fucking bumped by people. I always get bumped. Anyway, enough of the moaning. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean them up. I'm going to get the engineer's blue on the go, and I'm going to mark up some plates, get out the drill piece, and start porting down these irons. Right guys, so I've got the sort of plates all set up. Don't know if you can see now on the engineer blue, just a little bit of duration at the end, and this piece here is the intake. So I'm opening it quite a bit earlier. Basically, from this coolant jacket into this piece here is 13mm. You can go if you go 11mm there, you're just on the edge of catching the side seal. The side seal here, you know, the trailer one. Let's see if this will zoom in. Right, so as you can see down there, you've got the side seal piece. This camera's been a bit of a prick, but as you rotate this round, the side seal runs along there. So yeah, normally I would go for, if I was wanting all out power, I'd go for around about 12mm between the water jacket itself. Just go right the way around there, and that's as maximum as most would like to go. You can go 11, which is like fucking right on the edge, but I'm going to go 13 this one, just because I'm only setting up for 4.5 horse. I mean, somebody could buy the car and stick me a boost in it and shoot for 500 plus, but I'm not really after that. So there you can see the sort of basic shape and profile I'll be going for. Not so much the sharp edges up the top there. You just have to be aware of the side seal falling in there, so I will have to have a slight sharp edge at the top there, but we'll see how things clear, because I'm not going too aggressive, so the side seal shouldn't catch. So yeah, basically now I'll get some duct tape on the go, and I'll stick it on the plate just in case it skips out. It doesn't, because I've done so many of them now, but so as you can see here, I've sort of got my shape. There's a piece there in the middle. Yeah, so this piece here. So I just need to work on the straight now. I tend to do the corners first, and yeah, flatten it down. This camera is doing my head in. So yeah, this piece here, I just need to take this down level and follow my guidelines, and then start working on. Right guys, so I've sort of got the shape I'm after now of the port. That's mainly the port timing. I've got probably about 0.5 mil to go till I'm at the line, but I'll not go any further just now. I need to start curving in. It's hard to explain this, but try and curve in these edges here to try and help the airflow you know, come this way, but smoothing out. So I'll take a bit off the back here, a wee bit up the top. I don't cut into this side here, because this is where your oil control ring goes. I only come down a little bit, up a few mil, and it's actually the intake right here is where I do most of the work. So now basically I'm going to smooth off the insides here, like I say, and inside here you can see all the cast marks in there. I'll get rid of there. The ports themselves, I'll just smooth them out, but your gaskets are about the same size. So in my opinion, if you make these massive, you need to make your intake runners also massive, otherwise you're just slowing airspeed down there. So I'll keep them sort of. Right guys, as you can see, I've got the sort of shape now, and I'm starting to sort of smooth these pieces out here. Smooth it right down to try and aid as much airflow as possible, and just keep these angles nice and smooth. You don't get the dead head and angle left. Try and keep it swooping. that's what I've done here, is kept it nice and swooping into the port. Right guys, now what I'm on to is doing the inside the porting and the ports themselves. As you can see, taking off all the casting marks, make it as smooth as possible. There's a stock one in there, you can see the sort of difference in the two. And that's as far as I'm going to go with it. I'll do the other side now, and when that's done I will take sandpaper to it and finish off this plate. Right guys, yeah, don't worry about this. This is an old fucked bearing I've put in here, and same thing, I've just gone 13mm, which is near enough stock. I think it'd probably take about half a mil to a mil off the side, this edge here, the opening edge, and the top edge, you can see the score up there, that's where I take it. And to get that angle, basically I need a stack gear in there, and you line up this bolt hole here right to the very bottom, and that takes it right across there. It's exactly the port shape and size that I need and use. And once I've done that, same thing, I'll port it inside here, nothing fancy, same thing, take all the cast marks off, sand it and smooth it all down. Just need to neaten it all up, do the edges, and you can see in there, port it right at the end, so flip it round and start doing the other side now, I suppose. Right guys, plates are looking absolutely spotless, so I'm happy with the porting, catching inside, so all the ports are looking fantastic. I'm really happy with that. I'm just waiting for the missus to come back now, and I'm going to give them a quick lap. I use a bit of glass and some lapping paste just to try and get the surface back to where it's going to gain compression. So guys, so it's a couple of days later. I've got a jumper on today, so it's not going to be as cold, but yeah, I'm going to clean down these rotors and the housings. Jesus, bloody camera. I'm going to clean down these irons, I should say, swap over a couple of bits, clean up the rotors, install new seals, apex side seals, blah blah blah, that jazz. Bit of a mess up here just now while swapping out these, but yeah, got nice new oil control rings and stuff like that. So not that it was smoky or anything like that, but I'm just at the stage where I'm replacing everything for shiny stuff, so, or better. That way this engine will last through the next owner. Like I say, I'm not going mad in the porting or anything like that, because I want it to be a nice simple 400 brake horsepower for the next owner that'll last. That's right, someone I forgot to mention in the last video is when you're putting these rings in here, you need to make sure that there's a, see this very light line around here, that's the chrome sort of chrome plate, and you want to make sure that that's smaller than 0.5 of a millimetre. And inside there you'll see springs, okay, so these springs inside here, you can see that slight colour in here, that is blue. So basically the rear we're facing, like side of the rotor, needs to be blue springs, inner and outer, and the front facing, as in which front faces the front of the cover, and they are all white, and that's for both rotors. And the idea of that is when it's spinning, the springs themselves don't start spinning inside these themselves. So yeah, these are nice shiny ones. I'll just give it a lick of engine oil around the outside there and plunk them in. You can see, see if I can get this thing to focus on my fingers. See that indentation there that we went here? It actually sits on a lip of a spring in here. Yeah, in there. So basically you need to line them up, and I don't know if it's a cold, but basically I just tilt it up till I'm at the right part, swing it down so I know it's going to catch.
Hello, I'll bring you a chocolate brownie.
Are they the magical kind?
They've got sugar in them.
Well, yeah.
Don't even help.
Disgusting!
But they're not, they're delicious.
Mmm. Hot damn.
Look at my shoes up. Please Don't put the thing in your video.
It's going flat out in the video.
Like a joke's foot.
Oh, I flat out like a joke's foot.
Bye.
I back inside and wash your dishes.
They're already washed. They're in the dishwasher.
Oh yeah, and I've said to a heap of boys in a group chat, 3 or 4 group chats, that I'm rebuilding this tonight. So we'll see if anyone comes in. They never normally do. Yeah. So we'll see if anyone turns up. I know Cliff Goldie's coming up, so it'll be good to get a crack with him. We'll see him for a little while. He's good with building engines as well, so it's handy to have a little helping hand. Right, so next step from me is basically just put it in a tub of petrol and give everything a nice clean down. And once it's sort of rubbed down, I'll use brake cleaner to dry it off, and I'll blow it out with the air hose. All the galleries and that, get it all there. Oh shit, did I tell you I've just cracked this? Oh fucking hell, I think I've just cracked the bastard. Come on, see if you can seal that. Oh god, you'll never seal petrol. Oh well, it lasted about 3.5 minutes, so that's about 3 minutes 20 longer than me. So I'll quickly get these all cleaned up now, get them dried off, and yeah, get ready for assembling the engine. Right guys, so yeah, basically I've taken everything apart, cleaned everything down, put it with brake cleaner and blown it all out. So this is absolute mint, proper clean and dry. Same this here, I'm going to oil this up slightly, stick it into here. This side doesn't have an O-ring on it, the other side does. And yeah, the bearings themselves look good condition. Don't know if you remember, but I actually pressed these in myself with a special tool that I got from Column. And yeah, as you can see they're yellow, which is the slackest spacers. Basically run slacker spacers and increase the oil pressure, and that's all you really need to do for sort of oil clearances. Oh, look at this sexy bastard.
I like your wee fucking case.
Yeah.
Oh, it was an old school camera. I was thinking, thinking you fucking looked at a camera from your childhood or
Oh man. Well, we've got Cliff here, he's come out to supervise me to make sure I don't fucking
needs supervision.
Oh, I do, like. So he's going to help me. We're going to build this thing together. A special breed of engine. It's going to make 1,000 horse now. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Get a good smash. So, next stage basically is we're ready to build it. So, got housings and rotors and everything are all done. All the shitey bits are done. Everything's cleaned up, mint, blown out, and ready to be assembled. So, we'll get the Hylamar out and crack on with it, I suppose. Right, first rotor is in place, all looking good so far. I'm going to stick the apex seals in now. You guys have probably seen that before, so I won't bother showing you. You can look in the last vid and see it more in depth. But basically, we prepped this iron now by putting the seals and that in it, and I'll put the apex seals and the apex seal springs in, and we should be golden. Right, we're getting there. Just need to chuck this in now, and just put some oil down there, some in the E-shaft and some in the base, and get this rotor in and stick the apex seals in this one. 2 E's, and there should be another E somewhere.
No, I think the other one's an E, it's just a longer one, isn't it?
And a normal one goes in there. Beautiful.
Oh, there we go.
Torquing time. Oh yeah, she's coming together. So now we'll just stick this front end together now. So we've got our first bearings in here, and now we need to put the counter on, and we're going to check for axial play when this is built up. So we've done that, and our axial play was 0.4, 0.5, which is fucking perfect. I think you're looking for 0.4 to 0.7 or 0.8. Is the fucking top, so we're going to stick some plugs in it and we're going to see if we've got any compression. I don't know if it will have optimal compression because I glued the apex seals, and sometimes the glue can cause a wee bit of friction on the actual rotor itself. So we'll give it a blast though. We give it a blast.
Oh Christ, aye.
We'll see what like. Mächtig, aye.
Where's your fucking spark plug socket? You gonna take it up?
Nah, should be alright.
Righty ho. You want me to get a chuck?
Aye, go for it. Oh. 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 Oh.
That sounds nae bad.
That sounds nae bad, that like. Fuck aye. Right guys, so as you can hear, she's got plentiful chuffs, which we're pretty happy with that.
Chuffs.
Chuffs.
And
We're
chuff.
a couple of chuffs.
Half a chuff.
So yeah, pretty pleased with that. It sounds good anyway. Like I say, because I glued the apex seals, it'll probably take a bit to start. We'll see. We're going to run the Adaptronic. No, we're going to run a Power FC on this bad boy.
She'll fucking start first time.
She will start. Fucking Adaptronic, man. Does your heat in. Aye, so like I say, everything's in spec. Everything's absolutely mint. Axial play is perfect. And yeah, I fucked up the front cover here, the gasket, when I took it off in the last one. So I'm waiting for a new one to come, so I'll no bother assembling that. But that's just basically that cover gets bolted on. And then the next stage is chuck the clutch on and then chuck the thing back in the car. But I'll do that tomorrow or the next day, because probably a wee bit of 420 and then a wee bit of 420 and then watch some YouTube and then go to our beds. Most likely. Fuck, I was looking for that bolt there. Anyway, right, you take care guys, and I'll try and get some more uploads for you guys, and we'll catch you in the next vid. Cheers.